Chapter 10. Conditionals. A. We use conditional sentences to show how one action or event depends on another. Conditional sentences have two parts, the if clause and the main clause. Look at these sentences. Type 0. If you heat ice, it melts. If you mix salt in water, it dissolves. If a metal gets hot, it expands. Type 1. If it rains, we won't play the match. If I go shopping, I'll buy some more fruits. If the rains come in time, we shall have a bumper crop. Type 2. If I win a lottery prize of rupees 5 lakh, I would buy a flat. If I were you, I would resign. If you stop smoking, you would probably feel healthier. Type 3. If I had known how thankless he is, I would not have helped him. If you had not wasted your time, you would have succeeded. If we had played better, we would have won the match. The above sentences very clearly illustrate that there are 4 types of conditional sentences. We will discuss the details of each type of conditional sentences. In these sentences, the if clause is called the conditional clause and the other clause the main clause. B. Type 0. Cause and effect. If you heat ice, it melts. If I made a promise, I keep it. These sentences are statements of universal truth or general validity, and in this type of sentences, if corresponds closely in meaning to in case, when, ever, as. A. Whenever you heat ice, it melts. B. In case I make a promise, I keep it. Statements in this form commonly appear in factual discussions or explanatory, particularly scientific and technical material. The tenses in both the if clause, conditional, and the main clause are the same. Note: 1. Sentences B of this type may be written in the past tense. In that case, both the verb forms in the conditional clause and the main clause will also be in the past tense. Examples: if I made a promise, I kept it. Second, after the if clause conditional, we use a comma, but if we reverse the order of the main clause and the if clause, then no comma is needed, as ice melts if you heat it. I keep my promise if I make it. Third, when answering questions with conditional sentences of this type, type 0, you is equivalent to 1. In the reply therefore, we also use you, not I. C. First, type 1, probable condition basic forms, conditional sentences. A. If we catch the 10 o'clock train, we shall, can, may, etc. get there by lunchtime. B. If you wake up before me, give me a call. In these sentences, the conditional clauses represent open conditions, that is, conditions may or may not be fulfilled. Conditions of this sort are sometimes labeled probable, but it is important to note that the probability of the condition being fulfilled often exists only in the raw mind of the speaker. If, for example, it seems likely that someone is going to do something foolish or dangerous, we give a warning. If you touch that plate, you will burn your hand. If present tense mean future or modal verb or imperative. Note that will, shall are not used in a predictive sense in the conditional clause, even though it is the future that is referred to. Second, type 1, summary of various forms. First, if clause, present tense, main clause, future of imperative, as if we catch the early train, we'll get there by lunchtime. If you wake up before me, give me a call. Second, if clause, should plus indefinite plus infinitive plus main clause, future or imperative, as if we should miss the early train, we shan't get there till after lunch. Should equals by any chance. If anyone should call while I'm out, tell them I'll be back at 2. Third, if clause, will plus infinitive plus main clause, future or imperative, as if you'll cook the dinner, I'll do the washing up afterwards. If he will do the work quickly, give him the contract. Will equals to be willing. Fourth, imperative, mean and or into future, as set your alarm clock and you won't oversleep. Set your alarm clock or else you will oversleep. D. First, type 2, improbable condition. Type 2 conditionals are used to describe something in a real situation but which is unlikely to happen or which is not about reality. The verb in the if clause is in the simple past tense. The verb in the main clause is in the conditional tense. Examples: if I lived in America, I would earn a lot of money, but I don't live in America. If I were you, I would resign, but I am not you. If I knew the number, I would telephone him. There is no difference in time between the first and second type of conditional sentence. The second, like the first, refers to the present or future, and the past tense in its if clause is not a true past tense but a subjunctive which indicates improbability or unreality. Note: might or could may be used in the main clause instead of would, as if I didn't visit him, they might be angry, possibility. You could do it if you tried, ability. D. Second, type 2 is used. 1. When we don't expect the action in the if clause to take place. Examples: if he ran all the way, he would get there in time, but I don't suppose he will run all the way. If a bulgar came into my house, I should throw something at him, but I don't expect a bulgar to come in. Second, when the supposition is contrary to known facts. Example: if I were you, I should plant potatoes there. If we had a helicopter, we could get there quite quickly, but we haven't a helicopter. E. 1. Type 3 impossible condition. The verb in the if clause is in the past perfect tense. The verb in the main clause is in the perfect conditional. Examples: if I had known of your arrival, I should have met you, but I didn't know, so I didn't meet you. If he had fallen through the ice, he would have drowned, but he didn't fall, so he didn't drown. Here we know that the condition cannot be fulfilled because the sentence refers to past events. E. Second, use of type 3. It is clear that type 3 conditionals are used to talk about something that might have happened in the past, but it didn't happen. This conditional is used to express regret, criticism, or missed opportunity. Examples: if I had known how thankless he is, I would not have helped him. Regret. If you had not wasted your time, you would have succeeded. Criticism. If you had bought a car a year ago, you would have spent much less money than now. Missed opportunity. Note: might or could may be used in the main clause instead of would. Examples: if you had tried, you could have done it. Ability. If he had taken his doctor's advice, he might have not died. If. Conditionals without if. The following expressions are also used to introduce conditional clauses: unless, provided or providing, supposing, in case. A. Unless equals if not. Unless plus affirmative verb equals if plus negative. Examples: unless you work harder, you will not succeed. If you do not work harder, you will not succeed. Unless we hurry, we shall miss the train. If we do not hurry, we shall miss the train. Come tomorrow unless I phone. Come tomorrow if I don't phone. B. Provided. Also provided that, providing that equals on the condition or understanding that. Examples: she will accept the assignment providing that she gets a handsome payment. You can see the film tonight. C. In case, write your name and address on the bag in case you lost it. D. Supposing. Also supposing that equals if, as supposing that it rains, can we hold the function in the hall?